Welcome to Dutch Horizons, where the tales of the Netherlands come alive, sharing how Dutch ideas, trade and inventions have shaped our world. Here, we explore the stories woven into brick, water and community. If you find these journeys inspiring, remember to like and subscribe. Your support helps share these stories with more curious minds across the globe. In this video, we journey through daily life in the Dutch Golden Age. We will step into bustling cities, wander markets and households, and discover how canals, neighbourhoods and public spaces shaped routines. By looking closely at city design and daily rhythms, we'll see how the past still echoes through the Netherlands today. Chapter 1. City Life, Canals and Neighbourhoods. Picture yourself at the heart of an old Dutch city, where canals crisscross the landscape and warm lanterns shimmer across the water. People gather along the bridges as vendors roll their carts, and every window flickers with evening light. The city hums with life, each detail carefully crafted to foster a unique sense of community. Rising with the sun, market-goers crowd the bridges, their footsteps echoing over cobblestones. Early morning traders call friendly greetings as they unload bread, cheese and tulips from boats bobbing gently along the canal edges. The sight of fresh produce and the rhythm of daily commerce add colour to city routines, drawing neighbours out of their homes and creating lively connections at every turn. The canals do more than guide traffic. They shape entire neighbourhoods. Each waterway creates a distinct district, with grand merchant houses beside humble workshops. Rows of tall, gabled facades line the canals, their patchwork of glowing windows revealing dinners, laughter and family life within. These waterways knit together both rich and poor, binding their stories through bridges and water alike. Children dart between narrow streets, chasing the echoes of church bells and the scents drifting out from kitchens near the canal. Neighbours greet each other across stoops, exchanging news as they hang laundry or tend rooftop gardens. The closeness of homes and the gentle flow of water mean that everyone moves at the same city pulse, sharing a daily rhythm that keeps the urban heart lively. As dusk settles, orange lanterns glow brighter and streets fill with evening strollers. Families wander the bridges, and vendors share final snacks beneath their striped awnings. The gentle lap of water and chorus of city sounds create a cosy backdrop, each night's peace woven from countless small moments of community, routine and warmth that echo through the generations. In every brick and canal, the careful design of the city supports its people, connecting backgrounds, trades and stories. Here, water is more than an obstacle. It's the very thread that stitches neighbourhoods together. In the heart of the Dutch Golden Age, daily life flourishes thanks to the harmony created by architecture, ingenuity and the spirit of a tightly bound community. Chapter 2. Markets and Work, Merchants and Crafts. Step beneath striped awnings into the city's vibrant marketplaces, where life pulses in every direction. The air hums with shouts from merchants calling out fresh cheese, brilliant textiles and glazed pottery. Each stall reveals a blend of tradition and novelty, inviting passers-by to linger, barter and marvel at the bounty on display. Here, daily rhythms are woven from trade, community and constant invention. As the sun rises higher, the market's energy becomes a symphony. Shopkeepers arrange their wares while buyers browse and bargain, the clink of coins a steady background melody. Close by, workshops ring with the sound of creation, hammers tapping, looms clacking, brushes swirling. This neighbourhood thrives as both a productive hub and a gathering place, where commerce and craftsmanship turn familiar streets into sites of constant renewal. Along these bustling alleys, generations of merchants ply their family trades. The cheese vendor greets basket-carrying regulars, passing along stories as easily as wedges of Gouda. A textile merchant unrolls dazzling fabrics, each pattern whispering of distant lands and local hopes. Children shuttle errands, learning the art of negotiation and the quiet satisfaction of work done well. Much more than business, the market nourishes relationships and community pride. Artisans carve their destinies in the shadow of the stalls. The cobbler fits another generation with sturdy shoes. A potter shapes clay into kitchenware for hundreds of households. Each craft carries the memory of patient hands, yet new ideas are always welcomed. In the workshop, old and young experiment together, blending age-old skills with clever twists. Innovation isn't confined to invention, it's lived in every brushstroke, seam and glaze. The heartbeat of the marketplace is more than transactions. It's a living theatre where neighbours share news, laughter and the pulse of the city. Farmers chat about weather and crops, scholars trade pamphlets, and ship captains plot their next journey with a cup in hand. Festivals spill over from the market square, drawing crowds into dances and games, blurring the line between work and celebration. Prosperity feels both public and personal here. Diversity thrives in this economic crossroads. A French merchant sets up his stall beside a Dutch cheesemaker, while a Jewish goldsmith crafts finely wrought rings nearby. Foreign coins jingle alongside Dutch guilders, signalling that the city welcomes people and ideas from far-off lands. Innovations blend methods, goods, even languages, making the marketplace a mirror of global connections, stitched tightly into the city's daily fabric. Evening settles, but business lingers on under the striped awnings. Oil lamps cast golden light on faces gathered around scales and baskets. Deals are finalised with a handshake, recipes shared between friends, and children savour small treats before heading home. To raise a warm sense of continuity, here each transaction is not only an exchange of goods, but a pledge to the city's ongoing story of prosperity, creativity and togetherness. At day's end, the market's heartbeat slows, but its impact endures. Bags of spices, lengths of cloth, and newly fashioned utensils find their way into kitchens and workshops across the city. Every home reflects the fruits of shared labour and spirited exchange. In the quiet after the crowd disperses, families gather and neighbours converse, grateful for the way that commerce and creativity have woven the city's prosperity into every corner of daily life. Chapter 3. Home and Family, Traditions and Spaces. Step through the sturdy wooden door of a typical Golden Age household, and you'll find a world within a world. Here, daily life is shaped by generations of ritual and gentle adaptation. The hum of laughter mingles with the soft crackling of hearth fires, as family members gather after long days spent by canals and marketplaces, carving a sense of belonging from routines and shared joys. Mornings unfurl with the aroma of fresh bread and chatter at the kitchen table. Elders pass down recipes, weaving memories into each meal. With cupboards cleverly fitted with beds and walls lined with intricate tiles, space is cherished. In these close quarters, privacy is rare, yet warmth and companionship thrive. The ordinary setting out plates, sweeping floors, preparing tea tacks on quiet importance, knitting together moments into lasting family heritage. Tiled hearths glow in the evenings, offering both warmth and a gathering place. Children listen to old stories while parents mend linens or discuss the day's happenings. Heirlooms and treasured portraits stand sentinel on carved shelves, silent witnesses to generations passing. Every object tells a tale, echoing the steadfastness of tradition, yet subtle changes are felt as fashions shift, and new ideas drift in from the bustling city streets outside. Rituals mark the rhythm of family life. Sundays bring time for prayer, reading, and simple pleasures. Chores are shared folding linen, polishing brass, tending a kitchen, God-enabling even the youngest to feel the value of contribution. Family bonds are deepened through cooperation and care. The quiet pride in completing tasks together is matched by evenings spent around the table, where laughter and gentle debate shape understanding and nurture respect. In the hush of night, the compact spaces reveal their magic. Beds tucked into alcoves cradle dreams, while moonlight dances across blue and white tiles. Sometimes one can hear a lullaby or the soft murmur of whispered hopes. Here, the outside world seems far away, yet subtle reminders san imported vase, a foreign spice hint that every family is touched by the broader sweep of history and the restless stirrings of a changing age. Tradition is not a fixed pattern, but a living tapestry. In these homes, customs blend with innovation. A new book from Amsterdam might rest beside family Bibles. A visiting cousin could bring news of discoveries just beyond the city's edge. The household absorbs and adapts, balancing old wisdom with curious enthusiasm, ensuring the next generation feels both rooted and ready to explore whatever tomorrow may bring. The narrator lingers over these small scenes, candlelight on polished pewter, laughter echoing in the tiled hallway, children's sketches pinned proudly to a beam. It is in these fleeting details that a legacy is preserved. Family life quiet yet profound offers a sense of stability amid the whirl of city growth, trade and ambition. Each household is a refuge, a place where change and continuity find common ground. As one steps back out into the lantern-lit streets, the warmth of home lingers like a gentle memory. The bonds forged through daily rituals and shared experiences become the invisible threads that hold the wider city together. Home, shaped by both tradition and adaptation, provides enduring roots in a rapidly shifting Aegea sanctuary of meaning, connection, and quiet strength for any who dwell within its walls. Chapter 4. Belief and Tolerance. Plural Society. On quiet Sunday mornings, the sound of church bells mixes with the distant poetry of calls to prayer. This chapter begins with these melodies in the air, inviting us to walk down streets where different faiths thrive side by side. Here, religion is not just personal conviction, but something seen and heard, a living thread in the Republic's daily life. In the heart of the city, churches, synagogues and meeting houses rise within sight of one another, their doors open to the flow of neighbours and chance visitors. Rather than walls, it is shared space that defines this society. The Republic's laws protect freedom of belief, and everyday routines are woven together, whether passing by a cathedral, a hidden synagogue, or a simple prayer room above a bakery. People of different backgrounds cross paths at the market stalls, exchanging news as much as goods. Children from various faiths might study side by side, their laughter rising above ancient differences. Pluralism is less about grand declarations and more about the quiet, persistent rituals that make up daily urban life, baking bread for a neighbour's celebration, or sharing a springtime festival in a common square. Tolerance here is an active habit, not just a law. Town councils encourage civic rituals, lighting candles for peace, gathering to restore a public garden, or pausing to reflect on days of remembrance. These shared moments become bridges connecting households whose family prayers differ, but whose hopes for the city are the same. Over time, respect grows, as abundant and rooted as the old trees along the canals. Stories pass from one doorway to another, as neighbours help each other interpret a festival or tradition unfamiliar to them. Knowledge flows freely. Learned rabbis and Protestant theologians might discuss philosophy in a tavern, while a Catholic artisan teaches children how to carve wooden toys. Such daily acts of curiosity and generosity change the tone of the city, allowing trust to bloom in unexpected corners. Markets, too, are a stage for exchange, not just of spices and cloth, but of worldviews. Here, Jewish bakers, Muslim merchants and Protestant butchers might trade side by side, their goods blending into a uniquely Dutch abundance. A glance, a shared loaf, or a friendly joke becomes a kind of quiet diplomacy. In these small daily acts, the promise of religious coexistence becomes real and enduring. Even so, boundaries exist. Respect for difference does not erase disagreement, nor memories of past conflict. But the Republic's answer is to keep public life open and deeply civil. Disputes are settled, debating within the town hall, not with force. Children grow up hearing many prayers, and slowly they learn that strength comes not from sameness, but from a society's willingness to make room for many voices. By day's end, the city settles in a gentle chorus of ritual scandals, flickering in windows, bells singing over rooftops, families gathering at long wooden tables. It is in these moments that the true strength of the Republic reveals itself, a social fabric woven from difference, held together by trust and respect. Tolerance is not the absence of belief, but its greatest test and, perhaps, its greatest achievement. Chapter 5. Learning and Knowledge, Schools and Exchange. In the soft shade of city trees and lively bookshops, the air shimmers with recited lessons and spirited debate. Here, the love of learning is woven into daily life. Children chant their alphabet near canals, and scholars trade insights beneath painted ceilings. Knowledge thrives in this golden city, not tucked away for the elite, but shared openly with every eager mind. Informal study circles hum beside bustling marketplaces as apprentices copy the gestures of their masters. Mothers share stories and secrets at kitchen tables, passing wisdom from one generation to another. Libraries stand at corners like trusted friends, their shelves brimming with new ideas from faraway lands. This is a place where questions are encouraged, and curiosity unlocks the gates to possibility for all who dare to wonder. Schools emerge in surprising places inside guild halls, under the eaves of busy shops, or even in sunlit gardens. Teachers here are merchants and sailors, poets and mapmakers, each sharing a piece of the world with their students. A baker instructs in the secrets of yeast and flour, while a navigator teaches young dreamers to chart unknown seas on parchment spread across the table. Learning doesn't end in classrooms. Evening brings neighbours together under lantern glow, where debates sprout over mugs of spiced milk and bread. In these gatherings, ideas cross social divides. A shipwright learns from a philosopher, a housemaid from a merchant's niece. The Golden Age city thrives on these exchanges, forging connections between people, professions, and new worlds of thought. In attic rooms and elegant salons, scientific societies blossom. Here, clever inventors demonstrate experiments with lenses and magnets, while curious children peer from doorways. Books arrive from distant markets, their pages filled with discoveries about stars, plants, and trade winds. These exchanges nurture a culture where learning spurs creativity, and old boundaries give way to collective exploration. Even casual conversations brim with questions. At the fish stall, a girl puzzles over tides and moonlight, sparking a lesson from the weathered fisherman. Across town, a group of boys builds a water wheel from scraps, their laughter echoing the city's ingenuity. In this lively place, daily life itself becomes a classroom. Every street offers something new to spark invention and insight. Education here is a shared journey. The city's reputation attracts learned travellers from across Europe, who join local discussions and leave inspired by the mingling of practical skill and bold theory. Young minds find mentors not only in formal teachers, but in skilled neighbours and worldly visitor-seat exchange, planting the seeds of future achievement and discovery, for individuals and for the entire community. This living network of learning fuels dreams on a personal scale and far beyond. A street lesson overheard, a borrowed book, a shared marvel at a lunar eclipse. These moments ripple outward, building both the confidence and imagination that shape an era. In these golden streets, knowledge becomes not only a treasure, but a vital bridge connecting past, present, and all the futures yet to come. Chapter 6. Leisure and Culture, Celebrations and Art. Beneath a canopy of garlands and fluttering banners, the city's rhythm changes. Laughter floats above cobbled squares as market fairs come alive with colourful stalls, lively games, and the inviting aroma of street foods. Children dart through crowds, their cheeks flushed with excitement. Musicians tune their instruments, ready to fill the air with melodies that will become the heartbeat of each gathering. Fireworks arc across the night sky, their reflections dancing upon winding canals. Families gather along bridges, sharing stories as bursts of colour ripple above water. Such spectacles bind neighbours together, transforming ordinary evenings into magical celebrations. Artisans display their crafts, necklaces catching lantern light and paintings capturing the city's joyous spirit. In these moments, art and festivity are not mere pastimes. They are the thread that ties the city's soul together. During these festivals, painters set up easels by the water, sketching the city's lively pulse. Their works become chronicles of shared joy, capturing the gleam of lanterns and the sudden flare of laughter along the canal's edge. Musicians perform atop arched bridges, their notes drifting to every corner. The city becomes a living stage, inviting listeners and viewers alike to be part of an unfolding masterpiece where every sense is awakened by beauty. Families take to the streets. Children balancing candied apples and adults trading cheerful greetings. Parades wind through squares, dancers in elaborate costumes moving to drums and cheerful flutes. The festivals mark time, creating memories that linger long after the music fades. Each celebration becomes a landmark of belonging rituals that shape the weeks and months, making the city not just a place to live, but a place to thrive together. Leisure is woven through daily existence, found not only in the grand festivals, but in quieter moments too. Neighbours share stories at street cafes, artists gather informally beside the canals, and children invent games with marbles or hoops. These simple joys help soften the pace of work, turning familiar routines into opportunities for connection. Beauty can always be found at the heart of things, transforming the everyday into something to cherish. Art flourishes. Everywhere murals adorn alleyways and household walls, their colours echoing the vibrancy of city life. Streets come alive with playful shadows as lanterns sway above. Even the market stalls become galleries, with baskets of tulips and piles of fabric arranged like living paintings. In the Netherlands, artistry is not confined to studios. It spills into daily commerce and conversation, giving each interaction a sense of creativity. Music drifts from open windows, blending with the clatter of feet on bridges and the soft lull of canal water. Each note is a reminder. Leisure is a celebration of being together in a shared place. Street performers improvise with the crowd, laughter and applause echoing into twilight. In this world, culture is not only displayed on grand stages, but lived in open air, reaching everyone regardless of age or background. As dusk settles, the city glows with lanterns and candles, their light mirrored in calm canals. People linger outside doorsteps, humming festival tunes and savouring the warmth of community. It is these moments of shared celebration, both large and small, that shape the meaning of home. Through art, music and festival, the mundane transforms, reminding all who live here that joy and beauty are always within reach. Chapter 7. Memory of an Era. Everyday Life Remembered. As evening descends and glowing lanterns appear in every window, silent streets begin to whisper stories from long ago. Here, the brilliance of the Golden Age is recalled not in grand triumphs or inventions alone, but in the gentle currents of day-to-day living. The very heart of this era pulses in the rhythm of shared routines and the quiet bonds between neighbours. The aroma of supper wafts from open doorways as families gather, laughter bouncing off brick walls and candlelit tables. Mothers hum old songs while teaching young hands to knead dough, and fathers recount tales of market stalls and river crossings. Each evening meal feels like a thread in a vast tapestry, connecting past to present, weaving generations together across bustling towns and tranquil canals. Bridges arch gracefully over dark water, their stones worn smooth by footsteps and the passing of years. Crossing these bridges is both an everyday act and a quiet ritual, neighbours greeting one another with a nod or a story in the fading light. Such crossings remind all who travel them that progress is measured not just in distance, but in the friendships and memories gathered along the way. In the warm glow of homes, elders become storytellers as children settle at their feet. The quiet rooms fill with tales of hard winters, summer fairs, unexpected fortunes. Lessons are gently passed down: how to read the sky, set a table for guests, or honour a promise. In these simple exchanges, wisdom takes root, giving the next generation guidance to navigate the ever-changing world outside. Beneath orange lanterns in the marketplace, old friends exchange greetings, and newcomers find a welcome in the hum of daily commerce. The bustle is more than trade, it is a celebration of togetherness. Laughter mingles with the shuffle of boots and carts, and even small acts of kindness, a shared loaf, a helping hand, become prized treasures, memories cherished long after coins have changed hands. Music drifts through alleyways, a fiddle, a chorus of voices, the rhythmic clack of wooden shoes on cobblestone. Dancing circles form in courtyards as families forget their worries and neighbours join hands beneath lantern-lit skies. Each melody becomes part of a living archive, passed from one generation to the next, turning ordinary evenings into celebrations of resilience, hope and belonging. Night deepens over the canal belts, and the world outside grows quieter, but inside stories continue. Simple joys: a steaming mug, a shared glance, the comfort of routine blossom in the warmth of home. In these moments, the grandeur of the era is felt not as distant history, but as something lived. The greatness of the Golden Age lies in these everyday acts, repeated night after night. As the lanterns flicker low, the memories of this era remain resilient, gentle, alive. It is in the heartbeats of ordinary days, the meals, the lessons, the laughter, and the bridges crossed together. Through these, the spirit of the Golden Age endures, inviting us all to cherish the small wonders that quietly shape the world. The past lives on, warmed by the light of shared experiences.